more breaking news for you here in South Carolina. The Parole Board says it will not reconsider its decision to deny parole for a Greenwood woman who stabbed her boyfriend to death.
Loved ones and public figures were calling for the release of Carroll, including a state representative. Carroll is currently serving a 15-year prison sentence for voluntary manslaughter. Carroll pleaded guilty but mentally ill in the case. A psychologist later diagnosed her with battered woman syndrome, saying she was a victim of abuse. Carroll was up for parole in September, but the board denied the request, citing the violent nature of the crime. And one board member cited an old letter from the Greenwood police chief, who had previously asked for parole to be denied. However, the chief has since changed his stance and says he would support granting Carroll parole. Her defense team asked the board to reconsider, but in a new letter today, the board said the chief's opinion, among other things, isn't enough to reverse their decision. Carroll will be eligible for parole again in September of next year.